What's up, guys? I just wanted to come on here and tell you about, as you see the title, having a training plan. And not having a training plan could be the real reason why you or us as traders um, get lost in. It could be the reason why we keep losing and getting lost in this endless cycle of being unprofitable. Um, I got a list of things. First is follow the plan. My plan, uh, my plan revolves around 7 to 8 different subjects that I have listed. Let me tell you about it. But first, my first one on there is to follow the plan. If you don't follow the plan, then you won't see how the system actually works. And you need to see how the system actually works to see if it's a functional system or it's a failing system. You want to make sure you follow it to a T, because if you don't follow it to a T, you're gonna skip a couple steps, and that plan it's not gonna be it's gonna be a plan for disaster and not a plan for success. Second, what are you doing? Are you I got on here on my trading plan? My second subject is what type of trades I'm doing. Am I going to be a swing trader? I'm going to be a day trader. I'm going to be an intraday trader. I'm going to be um, elite trader. It's just what position are you willing to take? What position works better for your schedule? Um, just having it on there on the plan so you can stick to that. I know I've done when I first started trading. I did a lot of day trading. I switched over to swinging for a little bit. I was a little bit successful at that, but yeah, I just need to stick with one thing. I feel like if I dove all in on day trading, I probably would have got my plan together sooner. Would have got everything I needed together sooner. So the process of trading would be so much simpler. I also got on here three subject of three of the days that's listed. What days are you going to be trading? For me, I trade like I told you before. I trade Monday, Thursday, and Friday. And in those days, I chose those days not only just because those were my green days when I dated back to my journal. Aha, journaling. That's why it's important, because you can go back and use it as a textbook and use it for the foundation and the groundwork of your future trades. Um, but yeah, Monday, Thursday, Friday was my green days, most green days, and the days I would do the best. But on those days I have listed, I have a certain stocks I trade those days. Um, it's going weather in between seasons. I'm still deciding on this personally, myself deciding on if I'm gonna switch the stocks I trade every 4 months or 5 months, because depending on demand of the stocks. And but I feel like I got a good list of momentum stocks to trade those days. Monday, trading Nvidia, Tesla, Palantir. Thursday, I have Apple, AMD, Tesla, and then Friday I have this SoFi and the semiconductor company I trade, which is just NVTS. Um, yeah, and those are stocks that provide valuable volume. Um, how I go about choosing which one I'm going to trade that day. See how much volume the market brings to each of the stock. Um, then I choose one that's showing me the most simple direction and showing me that there's volume and momentum inside of the stock around that time I trade. Four, what type of setup are you taking? Are you taking breakouts? Are you taking breaking retests? Are you doing reversals? Um, when I first started trading, there was there was a hypocrisy of me sticking with one thing. I found it really hard. I always wanted to go like they call it, catch the falling sword. I wanted to always catch a rejection, a nice rejection. I was that trader who always wanted that nice rejection, and it was like you're not always gonna get the nice rejection, or you're not always gonna get like a clean anything. So you just gotta choose something that's simple and where you can peep out and you can every once in a while take a good trade on it and come out better on the better side of it. Sales I take is breakouts. I like to wait for a retest retest on a VWAP. So with stocks, you always watching for levels. You have all these different types of levels that you watch for stocks to touch for you to make a entry bias. But that's what I use for my setups and everything. Five, you want to also have your risk to reward. How much are you risking to reward? To that, um, I stopped trading not too long ago. I said in my last video I stopped trading because over leveraging. I don't know. It's something I got to deal with, but I over leveraged. So right now I'm chilling out on trading. But I know that wasn't me. I don't something, of course, took over that I've been trying to fix by having a trading plan, a process, having things that's gonna keep me um, aligned. But that's what happened. So basically, risk reward. You want to know how much are you risking. So how much are you gonna be making? Also have on here um, your trading routine. It took me a while to get this down because when I first started trading, which you'll probably hear in my next video or upcoming videos. When I first started trading, I just I didn't mark up no charts. I just was if the market's going up, I'm going up. If the market go down, I'm going down. I just hopped in and I just took a trade in those mornings. Um, I was successful at a point in time because I was just consistently showing up um, and keeping up with news. That was the biggest important factor that helped me be successful at that time. Not knowing like um, technical analysis or stuff like that. Um, yeah, and I just want to let you guys know it's really important. It may not seem like it, but it's important to have a trading plan because it helps the process. All these things that most of the profitable traders do speak of is so that you can have a successful system. Most people who run a successful business have a successful system, and when I feel like I used to correlate a lot with trading and working. It's not with work. It's not correlated how you think in ways. Um, when you work for somebody else, you work in somebody else's system. They have stuff in place, so this happens, and they can get this amount of profit from the customer or who they targeting. For our case, that's all in our hands. So I had to learn that as the beginner trader. I have to learn that if I really want to make this work, I have to think about this like as a business and keep all my stuff together and have a system to the point where the system is automatic. And the best things in life is automated. Once it's automated, it becomes part of the system, and that system, that's exactly how compounding works. But enough of that for today. I just want to hop on here and tell you guys about having a trading plan and how it might be something that keeping you lost in a repetitive cycle of losing money or um, getting where you want to go, your next step inside your journey. But I just want to say thanks for watching, guys, and I appreciate y'all. See y'all in the next one.